Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, we've all heard of the much vaunted Malam Buhari's fight against corruption, and a lot of people dismiss this as empty noise because if you look at the International Corruption Index, Nigeria has actually fallen back 2 places in the last 4 years. So corruption was actually better tackled under Goodluck Jonathan than it is now, and Nigeria now, a lot of people will tell you, is the most corrupt. So the Malam Buhari fight against corruption, a lot of people really understand it to be a fight against the opposition and the protection of the corrupt entities within his own government. We've seen many examples of this. We've seen the Ganduje example, we've seen the Babache example, and a lot of this example, we've seen it visually and we've seen all the evidence of it, and we've seen the cover up that the government has played out to protect their own. Because you would recall that Adams Oshiomhole said that if you come to the APC, all your sins are forgiven, and the examples has already been set with these examples of Ganduje, who we saw pocketing dollars, and Buhari is telling us is Photoshop, and Babache, who was caught red-handed in the grass cutting thing and is still out there acting on behalf of the state, because I think I saw him in a panel that was discussing with Miyetti Allah on behalf of the Nigerian states. So he still has some function within government, and we've not seen him presented in court. So now another example is now showing. This now is an example directly almost from the horse's mouth, because this is now, and I'm about to play you a clip, but I'm just giving you the preamble to that clip, which I'm going to play you in a minute. So let me play you the clip now, and then we'll carry on.
Fellow Kugites, I'm here again to address you the course of our state history, and to also prove to you that our Akotile governor is definitely going to jail. Here I have the request for payment of plant advance of 1,869,777,457.98 kobo to Tech Engineering Company Nigeria Limited. And this letter, this request letter was signed by Honorable Asiwaju Ashiru Idris, Commissioner of Finance and Economic Development, where His Excellency the Governor approved the payment of 1.869 billion to Tech Engineering, and this project is supposed to be through the Ministry of Works. This is the document. Then here we have the account of Tech Engineering being credited by Kogi State government. This is the voucher used in crediting Tech Engineering with the sum of 1.8 billion naira, and then after the deduction of tax, VAT and all that, 1.589 billion was paid into the account of Tech Engineering. And here also we have the contract for the construction of grade separation intersection flyover bridges at Ganaja Junction in Lokoja. That is the contract awarded in 2016 by the Bello administration for over 1.8 billion to Tech Engineering. And this is the letter from Engineer A.A. Sadiq, the Honorable Commissioner for Works, Housing, Land and Urban Development. And this is the request letter from him. And this is the due certificate by the Kogi State Bureau of Public Procurement, Office of the Governor. It is due process certificate for the job and for the award of that contract, and to construct bridges and flyover around Ganaja Junction in Lokoja local government. And this is also the voucher of payment with all the minutes on it, the governor's minutes, the commissioner, all here authentic documents. And here this is certificate of valuation for the contract to the tune of 1.8 billion. And this is the receipt, official receipt from Tech Engineering, showing that 1,599,380,850 naira was paid into was received by Tech Engineering. This is the receipt of Tech Engineering issued to the sub-treasury in Lokoja that this tech engineering have received this amount of money. And this money has been released to tech engineering for the past 3 years. And I want to speak to you that though all of us in Lokoja, we know where Ganaja Junction is. Is there any construction going on now in Ganaja Junction 3 years after they have received this money? 3 years after the Kogi State government have given 1.8 billion naira taxpayers' money of Kogi State out to tech engineering. Not even one wheelbarrow did we see in Ganaja Junction. No construction, one block has not been erected. The money has been taken, money squandered. 3 years after, there is no project. We are also going to furnish the EFCC with these details, and tech engineering will tell us where they took our common patrimony and money to. And this is just one out of series of revelations that will be coming. No retreat, no surrender. Akotilita must go.
So there you saw in that clip Senator Dino Melaye listing all the evidence of a 1.8 billion naira scam that he's alleging that the governor of his state is running or ran on the state. So this scam of 1.8 billion is alleging has been carried out by the governor of his state. So what is alleging is that contracts were awarded, monies dispersed, and nothing done in 3 years. So monies has been paid, and then 3 years has expired, and there's been no mortar, no wheelbarrow, according to him. He's not even on the site, never mind any work being done. Over 3 years, and 1.8 billion naira has been dispersed. So now, what has then now happened to that 1.8 billion naira? What checks and balances are there to trail and monitor these payments and how these contracts are being executed? So this story again has been in the public space for over 3 years now, that this money was dispersed and this contract is not being carried out. 3 years has expired and nobody is hearing anything, and nobody has seen anything in terms of movement on the site, but this money has gone and it's been, you know, no more with the state and is now with the person that is being paid out to. So another example, but the thing is, you will always see this Yaya Bello in the company of Buhari. Is always in Aso Rock, he's always visiting. He follows Buhari to visits here and there, so he's effectively a Buhari boy. So yet another instance of monies missing from a Buhari agent, with the Buhari agent being at the heart of this missing money and nothing being done. So we're now hearing directly now from somebody that is at the heart of the Kogi state, because make no mistake, Dino Melaye is at the heart of the Kogi state. Yes, he's an opposition man, but he's an influential man and is a key figure within that state, and is now bringing you evidence of monies being moved out of the state coffers for an alleged contract which was awarded and paid for 3 years ago, and there's been no movement on the site. So now this is yet another example of this alleged, this fabled war against corruption, which people now are saying is really a war against the opposition and the protection of corrupt practices, which is at now the highest level that it has ever been within the Nigerian state. So this is more example on top of several examples that we've seen of APC, because they're not particularly sophisticated, you see, in the way they carry out their corruption. Like the Ganduje example, for instance, he's collecting dollars directly. We all know that there's a lot of corruption in Nigeria, but you'd have thought that he would have enough of a sense to have a proxy collect all the corruption on his behalf, you know. So that just shows a lack of sophistication in terms of how he functions. So if he lacks that level of sophistication to know not to be caught collecting dollars, then you wonder then how he's able to administer the second largest state within Nigeria, because you need a real brain function to be able to administer a state like Kano State, and to have supervision over an entity, a person as powerful and as positioned as Lamido Sanusi, the Emir of Kano. So really, this is really where all the problems are within the Nigerian state. So this alleged war against corruption is effectively a war against the opposition, and this is yet another example. So now this guy now, Yaya Bello, is now running for a second term, and Dino Melaye is trying to oppose him. Of course, this is why he's making all these little pronouncements against him. He's not opposing him in terms of contesting against him, but he's opposing him in terms of saying that, look, this guy, one, I don't like him personally. There's personal beef between the two of us, but setting that aside, this guy is not fit and proper for the state. He's not really done anything of any note, and he's not really progressed the state in any way that will be deserving of a second term. We all remember the Ajaokuta as well, when that lady lawyer was chasing round to prevent them from selling it off and just cashing it in as well. And Yaya Bello's name was mentioned there as well. So it looks as though this Yaya Bello's name is always mentioned in wayward things rather than things that are progressive. And now it looks now as though evidence is now being brought forward to show that this guy is not actually fit for purpose. So now this thing has now been put out in the public space by Adino Melaye. I'm saying evidence, but then obviously it's the paperwork that is showing. So if it is evidence or not, it is now left to Yaya Bello to go and challenge it, because Dino Melaye is a prominent man and he has a big voice, and if he's making these allegations against you, then you are compelled then to go and defend your name. Otherwise this will go under your name. This will be tagged to your name. So now this is the state of play in Kogi State. Senator Dino Melaye has come out with paperwork which is alleging. So now the ball is now in Yaya Bello's court. So now what says you, ladies and gentlemen? Corruption in Nigeria, the war against corruption. We've mentioned several names so far, Yaya Bello being the latest, Babache and Ganduje, of course you already know, and the list goes on, and yet the fight against corruption is the front line that they're leading with. So this is the conversation that I'm inviting. Come join me in the comment section to have a chat about this. But before you come join me in the comment section to have that chat, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Click on the bell button, that way you're notified every time I do drop a new video. Then come let me know what you're making of all this in the comment section. So I'll leave you here, meet you in the comment section, but here I say peace.